good, y'all? I'm Artistnameleon, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastards.
Baby, the sweet, spit like some pieces of candy. You already know how I dig it, I'm tryna get deep like a cavity.
All right, so we got my boy, Artistnameleon, jumping off the porch with us today, man. Welcome, bro.
Nah, thank you, man. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you pulling up on us bright and early, too, man.
Yeah, I'm an early bird, man. I'm always, at least by 7 o'clock, I'm up, man.
Oh, for real?
Even if I'm
Okay.
up late, I still wake up at 7 o'clock. Like, my mind wired to wake up at 7.
There you go, man. Yeah, I'm the same way, too. I'm up with the kids at like 6, 7 every morning at least, man. So, for sure, man. So, man, first off, how you feeling today, too, man?
I feel good, man. Like I said, I woke up, got a good breakfast, played with the dogs, and then, got some stuff done around the house, and then came up here with you guys, and good energy up here. So I feel like, just having a good time.
For sure, man. Yeah, and when you wake up at 7 a.m., it's like, man, you accomplish a lot before noon, man.
Gotta take care of the day, man.
For real, man. So, man, let's go ahead and dive into your story, man. So let people know where you were born and raised and everything, man.
Yeah, born and raised in Valdosta. That whole like southeast part of Georgia, from Thomasville, Quitman, Valdosta, that whole area down there. All my family. I want to say my dad moved up here. He moved to Atlanta around about 95, 96. And ever since then, I've always been back and forth, spending summers up here.
Okay.
I just fell in love. I always knew since a kid I was gonna live in Atlanta.
For real.
It just took a little time moving around, bounced around from New York, spent 5 years in New York, moved from New York to LA, spent a year out there. COVID happened, everything shut down, 2020. Fast forward, moved from LA back to, moved here to Atlanta, and since then, man, I just been head up, feet to the ground, just running, getting things done, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And where was your dad living at in Atlanta? What part of Atlanta was he in?
I want to say when he first moved here, he was downtown.
Okay.
And then as he got older, I think he moved like further out, Marietta, Powder Springs. I think he out somewhere in Duluth right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the older you get, the further away from
That's
the city you get, man. It's like, man, I want to be away from all these people, bro. Too much going on, man.
Too much going on.
Yeah. So talk about your upbringing. Like, what were you into as a kid growing up?
As a kid, I think I started off like, my first love was drawing. Like I started off, I was right into art early. Yeah, I just took on drawing. I think I first started off like drawing like Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like my favorite thing growing up as a kid. So I started off like drawing those and just working my way up to like different things, doing like cartoon, like character portraits of like family members and stuff like that. And then I got into the music, I want to say around about 3rd grade, like I'm 9 years old.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think that's when I felt like started experimenting with like, they started teaching you like writing and stuff, like write poems and write like little short stories and stuff like that. So I was always like into like making stories and rhyming stuff at 9 years old. And then I just went from that to rapping. I think my first rap name was like Lil Dizzy, like Young Dizzy or some shit like that. It was some shit, it was some stupid shit like, I rap so fast, make your head spin. Cause I was trying to imitate like Bone Thugs and like Twister, Do What I Do.
Okay.
Yeah, but my dad was he was an artist too. Like he was into music. He was more of an R&B. And I think that's where I kind of got a lot of my R&B flavor from.
Okay.
So he was heavy into that. And yeah, so I feel like music always kind of, art in general always just been like in my blood, even if, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it definitely shows throughout like all my adventures throughout this journey.
You still drawing today, or do you put that aside, man?
No, I still draw today. I'll draw on my tablet. I'll draw like, I'll draw anything today, but I'm mostly into like cartoons though. I like drawing like doodles and shit like that.
Have you ever designed your own artwork for singles or projects or anything like that?
Have I don't think so, but I'm always like hands-on with it though. Even if I reach out to somebody to do it for me, I'll create like a brief for them. Like I won't just be like sending like make it look cool and put some like, you know what I'm saying? I always like break it down how I really want it to look.
It's like you got the vision for it. I got you. So when would you say you jumped off the porch? How old were you at the time, man?
When I jumped off the porch, I was probably about 14, 15. It's when high school, you know what I'm saying? 8th grade was when I kind of like started getting a little rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Started hanging out with the older crowd. And then as soon as I got to high school, man, it was just on and popping from there. It was that teenage rebellious, you know.
Yeah,
that's all
I feel like almost everyone goes through that, you know?
But I got to a point where I want to say around about 16, 17, that's when I started like smoking weed heavy. So I started mellowing out. I went from like super rage to like real mellow and calm and shit. Yeah.
And what were some of the things you were experiencing when you jumped off the porch at 14 and leading up to high school and everything too?
Well, I was on the football team.
Okay.
If y'all know if anybody knows anything about Valdosta, Lowndes County, and Valdosta High School.
They got that big stadium out there, right?
It's crazy out there. The football experience out there is crazy, especially the high school. Mm-hmm. College, cool, but the high school football teams out there, it's a lot of love out there. You're pretty much a celebrity if you play on the high school football team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shoot. What position were you playing?
I was linebacker, running back, receiver. Anywhere they needed me, that's where I was at. I ain't really too much like have a preference of like what position they wanted me to play. I think that was my thing too. I think I more so wanted to play because I wanted to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Because all I had was sisters growing up.
Oh, really?
I had like no brothers. All I had was like my uncles, and they was like damn near in their late 20s. And yeah, so when I got to high school, started hanging out with the football team, I was looking for more of like that brotherhood. I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. But fucked around, I want to say my sophomore year, man, I was just getting the coach's attention. Like I was getting on their radar. They was like, okay, let's pay attention to this kid. Fast, he's strong, you know what I'm saying? They was starting to like move me up on the ranks and play me on the end of games as a sophomore. And then I want to say not too long after that, I had got into a fight with somebody over something so petty, bro. It was so petty. And that ended up costing me my position playing football. We had to go to like, for some reason, like when you get into a fight at the school, they send you to the judge, not like a grown, but like a juvenile judge.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Shoot.
and they pretty much determine what your fate gonna be.
And that's OD as hell, man.
Yeah, and I feel like the worst thing he could have possibly did was kick us off the team, and that's what he did.
Damn.
He told the coach not to play us no more, and yeah, that hurt my chances, bro. And ever since then, I just gave up on sports in general and started just like focus. I was really mostly focused on girls.
There you go.
But yeah, focusing on girls and the music.
Were you working a regular job back then too, or?
Mickey D's.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What were you splurging your checks on, man? Because you know at that time you probably don't have too many responsibilities.
Yeah,
you know
nothing,
what I'm saying?
Really, weed, girls. That's pretty much it. I thought I was doing something, trying to sell weed to like the homies and shit, because you know, wasn't too many people out there really doing it. And they like serve like a little $10 bag to them and shit like that. But I did that for like a week before I knew that wasn't for me. And
For
I was
real?
like, yeah, bro, this is because people you want like you to, you know, and look out for me, man. Let me get
Of course, yeah.
I'll hit you back. I'm like, end up losing more money than making money. So I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
Did you go to college after school, or what'd you do at the time?
No, after school, I worked for a little bit. I ended up moving out to Washington and be with my girl at the time. Like Washington, like Seattle.
Oh,
like
wow.
North
The other
End.
side of the map.
Other side of the map, man.
Jeez.
And I was just working odd jobs out there, trying to find a way. And I ended up going to college like probably like 2 years later after that.
Okay.
Went to community college for like graphic design, going back to the art shit.
Yeah. Was that out there in Washington, or where was that?
Yeah,
at?
it is in Washington.
What'd you think of Washington?
Culture shock.
Yeah, I've never been out there, but
It's culture shock. The first time I went out there, man, it was like coming from Valdosta, where I mostly hung out, it was predominantly black, and then moving to Washington State, and I want to say the name of the city was Spokane.
Okay, yeah.
But like, it was a culture shock for me. Like the people talk.
Not too many
different,
black
walk
people,
different. Not too many black people out there. No black people out there. No offense to y'all, but the ones who I encountered were not all the way there. They just didn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was back home, and I missed that.
Did you end up moving back home, or is that when you went to New York afterwards?
No, I moved back home for like a little while, and then I ended up moving back to Washington.
Oh, for real?
For the
You
girl.
went back?
Yeah.
For the same girl?
Same girl. And yeah, I went back out there, stayed out there for about another 2-3 years, and then moved to New York.
Okay.
I just decided to pick up and just move to New York just off the whim. Like, it wasn't really planned.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm saying? We didn't even, like, we maybe thought about it like in a moment. Like, it didn't take us long for us to make that transition. We thought about it, and 3 months later we ended up doing it pretty much.
And how was that transition going to New York, man? I'm sure it completely changed the pace.
Another culture shock, change of pace, more fast pace, but I love New York more. New York's probably my second favorite city next to Atlanta.
Okay.
It's just something about, it's so vast and so many people. It's just
so diverse.
So diverse, man. You just get lost. Like, when I say lost, I mean like in a way of like nobody's looking for you, nobody's paying attention to you. It's like, there's so much shit going on. Like, it's hard to like really stand out in New York. Whereas in, like, you go to a small town, you stand out easier. But I love the hustle and bustle, the women in New York. I stayed up on Dykeman.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right up at the top of Manhattan before you get into the Bronx, little neighborhood on Dykeman. It's called Inwood. But yeah, man, the vibes was out there for sure.
And what would you say were like some of the major trials and tribulations you had to overcome in your life so far?
I want to say the biggest thing I had a problem with early on, especially with music, was confidence. I feel like I always knew I was talented, but I didn't have the confidence I just didn't have that confidence about myself then. A lot of the music I was making back then was more so in your feelings, more so sad. And yeah, it took a while for me to overcome that. But once I did, I just started having fun. I feel like once I got it in my mind, I just wanted to have fun with the music. I think that's when I started having more confidence within myself, just being myself, you know what I'm saying? Not worried about what anybody else may want from me sonically or musically, and just like focusing on what I like. That's when I think that music started clicking.
So were you mostly making music just for yourself? Like, you weren't even putting it out or sending it to people, or?
Man, I record so much music, man, it's ridiculous. It's a lot of stuff that I have now that I sit on. I could probably put it out now and it might be all right, but I just like to record. To me, it's like a drug for me, recording music, because I get like a high once you hear something that it really like resonate with you, or you just have like that aha moment. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like when I get that with a song, it like puts me into like this euphoric high. And I think that's why I like creating music so much. I think that's why it's so hard for me to put shit out, because I've been recording so much shit, and then by the time it's like, all right, I'm ready to put something out, it's like hard for me to choose like what I want to put. You know what I'm saying? Then some shit might have been like sound older now. Like, if I put this out, it might sound old. So, but yeah, man, just recording is a big part of what I like to do.
Yeah. How did we end up with Artistnameleon?
It's not so much of a, when I tell the story, people like, cause I just started off like, when you go into like, sign your name up for like, distribute your music, in the box it just said artist name, and I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to name myself at the time. And Leon was like what my girl always called me when I was in trouble. So that's kind of like my alter ego.
Okay.
So I knew I wanted to do something with Leon. So I was just staring at the page, artist name, and then the blank space, and I just put Leon. I put everything together, artist name Leon.
That was it, huh?
I just stuck with it.
And what was one of the first songs to like really get a good reaction out of the fans and all that?
The first song, I want to say I released it in 2017. No,
Okay.
The first song that really caught wind for me was "Make It Work."
Okay.
The
I
song
see. That's got
called Make It
like
Work.
300,000 just on Spotify.
Yeah, I have no idea where that came from, because we did what we regularly did as far as like trying to push it and shit, and then it's out of nowhere it just like started like going up. Like, I don't know if it was like Spotify thing that was, you know what I'm saying, the algorithm, but yeah, that shit just, yeah, that's probably like the biggest one that made the biggest impact.
And what was the inspiration for that song? Like, do you remember recording it and making it?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what I was talking about earlier about, it was just like one of those songs where I just was having fun. like I wasn't really chasing anything. I wasn't really trying to like make something for radio or, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make something that sounded good to me. And that's what it ended up being. And then it just so happened when I put it out, it took a little while, but after a certain amount of time, it just started going up.
And how'd that make you feel to see it going up too, man?
I thought we was out of here. I thought we was, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, we did it.
Were you having labels reaching out or bigger artists reaching out to you at that time too?
I had more people, not labels, I had more people reaching out, you know, wanting to work as far as like artists and producers, and a couple of people as far as like, what do you call those, like tastemakers?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, wasn't, I wish the label would have reached out to me at that time, but you know.
And how would you describe this journey you've been on since 2018 up until today, this musical journey you've been on?
This journey has been, I think this journey's been amazing. The ups and the downs. I learned to take all my L's as a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Rather than looking at it like a setback or dwelling on it, I like what can I learn from this, and then move forward. I think that's the biggest thing about where I'm at right now, is just learning to let things go. You know what I'm saying? I think it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. And what inspires you to keep creating during those down times too, man, where you probably feel like, man, shit should be taken off, but it's not, or whatever it may be?
I feel like that's when I get some of my most honest music. If I'm in a space where I'm like really down and I can create from that, and that's when I feel like I get some of my most honest. You know what I'm saying? Whereas other stuff, I'm just making it to have fun. But I love those records. When I'm like, when I hear it back, it takes me back to the time how I was feeling at that time. And yeah, man. And sometimes the song don't even have to be about what I was going through. I could just hear the tone of my voice, and it just takes me back to that time. I was like, I can hear where that sound is coming from back then in 2019 when I was going through this. You know what I'm saying? But we overcame it, moving forward.
Yeah. I'm sure making music sounds like it's therapeutic for you too, man.
Oh yeah.
And what's your creative process like? Do you write? Do you punch in? Do a little bit of both, or what?
I do a bit of both.
Okay.
I could tell you, man, I'll hear a beat on my phone, hear a beat, write to it. First couple of lines that come to my head. Either that, or I'll record the melody that comes to my head on my phone. But either way, I'll write it out first, go to the studio. I learn from that. Rather than reading it, I'll punch in every line or every 4 bars rather than trying to run through the whole thing. But I'll do it in a way to where I'll probably say the same line like 18 times until it flows and sounds just right.
So you're kind of like a perfectionist with this, like
a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like once I learn that process, now I don't have to think about it. It's just like more of a natural thing, and I feel like it flows better for me that way. You know what I'm saying? But it took some time for me to get to a point to where I felt confident in my recording process. You know.
Understood. So we got the new single, Back to Miami.
Yes,
this
sir.
is going up right now, man. Talk about the inspiration for this one, man.
Man, just wanted to go back to Miami. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it is, like, that song wasn't supposed to, I wasn't even gonna send that song out to people to get their attention, or to get their feedback on it, just because it was just like, it was a song for me. Like when I made it, I was in the studio recording with the engineer. We were laughing at the lines. Like it was a line in there I said, what I said? Like even the line I said, baby, that pussy look sweet like some pieces of candy. That shit was funny to me, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, it was a fun record, man, but the thought of putting it out, I wasn't thinking that. But for some reason, when I sent out the pack to MLK, he specifically chose that record. So I was like, all right, so he hears what I'm hearing in it, so it must be a good sign. And then, yeah, man, it's been on since then. Okay,
yeah. And how'd you lock in with MLK?
So I was looking at this ad on Instagram, and they were doing like it it was for this cologne brand called Byredo, and they were doing like an event at Phillips Plaza, and I was just gonna go just on the whim, just because I like the cologne, and MLK just so happened to be guest DJing there. And he walked in, I was like, damn, that's MLK. That's what I was telling my girl. She was like, who? I was like, like T.I.'s DJ, you know what I'm saying? Tip DJ. And she was like, you should go over there and say something to him. I was like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I never want to be that guy that's trying to like, you know what I'm saying, come off as like, oh, I'm a fan, or I'm trying to like, cause it just comes off as goofy to me, you know? But I just played it cool. I saw when I had an opportunity to actually, you know, go over there and introduce myself to where it felt natural. You know what I'm saying? And it just, our energies just meshed. Like he understood where I was coming from, you know what I'm saying? As being like someone who grew up on tip music, like a whole trap music wave. Like I was raised on that shit. Like that shit really like molded me. And he was just like down to earth, cool as hell, humble as hell. He was kicking game to me, breaking it down, telling me about the industry, telling me something. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, you know what I'm saying? And just opened my eyes into like the business side of the industry, rather than just like the music side. So that's what really piqued my interest. And yeah, man, I'm just glad he gave me a chance and wanted to work with me, man. To me, it was like a dream come true to be able to work with someone who you looked up to. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, none of this shit was tangible coming from Valdosta, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, we don't hear about too many rappers from Valdosta.
Nah,
that's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody asked me, it was like, what's the music scene like in Valdosta? I'm like, there's talented people. There's some talented people out there, like singers, rappers, but we just don't have the platforms and the outlets. That's why everybody moved to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But they out there.
Yeah. What's been some of the best game MLK's given you so far, man?
To learn the business side. Like it's cool to know the music, it's cool like to have connections in the streets, but you gotta learn how to move in the business. Like if you wanna make a career as an artist, you gotta learn the business as an artist. So I feel like that's the biggest piece of advice, you know?
Nah, for real, man. So back to Miami. I know you dropped another record earlier this year too, but besides that, it's been a while since you had dropped, man.
Yeah, I had just, I don't want to say giving up on it because I was still recording, but it got to a point to where I just got tired of putting out money and not getting a return. You know what I'm saying? I just figured like, man, I could be doing this with this bread rather than throwing all this into that and it ain't working. Like I wasn't seeing nothing happening. And then I just put my head down, started working and stacking up bread. I got into like website design and shit like that. And I was making some bread off that. So like going out to actually live and experience life rather than just being in the studio and just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think I took like 2, maybe 3-year break. And like I said, I was always recording during the time, you know what I'm saying? Going to the studio when I could, or just recording myself at the crib, just to record ideas. And like before I got back into it, like with this, even with Voila and Back to Miami, like I said, those records wasn't even supposed to come out, because at that time I was just making music just to make music, but it was just something in me that told me to just, once I make that connection with MLK, that's what told me, all right, I need to probably, you know, give us another chance to start working at it. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. It's kind of like a reintroduction almost.
Yeah. Like, who is Artistnameleon?
And you got a new project in the works. We got a title picked out for it?
Yeah. It's basically just what this point is in my life. Like, it is what it is.
Okay.
So,
shout out to Cameron too, man.
Shout out to Cam for sure. And that's where I'm at with it in life. Like, I'm not trying to force nothing. You know, I'm just going what feels natural. And if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. Yeah. That's how I look at it. To me, it makes life more tolerable. You know, if that makes sense. But it is what it is. So that's what we call it.
Okay. What's the vibes like on here? What's your fans expect to hear on there?
Artistnameleon 2.0. Like, just really being myself and just really get into that vibe of like sexy, smooth, sensual, but still got like that trap feel. You know, like I said, like that shit was embedded in me, so I can't escape it. Like I gotta have those 808s, gotta have those hi-hats, man. But I need something sexy at the same time. I need something that's me. So I feel like that's where the sexy trap feel comes in. Yeah.
I got you. And is it mostly songs that you just recorded, or is it some stuff that you've been sitting on these last couple of years too?
Nah, all this shit I recorded this year.
Okay.
I just finished recording like the last song, like not even 2 weeks ago.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I didn't even think it was gonna make it to project, but MLK said he liked Plug and MLK both liked it, so yeah, put that on there. And then the other one I just told you about earlier, the Super Daddy joint.
Okay.
Yeah, I recorded that not too long ago too. But yeah, it's like as soon as that shit come on, that shit just make you move, man. Like, you know, it's like one of those things I'm ready to put out with it. I was like, yo, just put the project out. Let's see what everybody else rock with first, and then, you know, we'll move from there. But I think that's one of the ones that's gonna be the, you know.
You think that'll be the next single then?
The shit is not, bro. The shit not.
You plan to shoot some more videos off the project then too?
Yeah, I do want to shoot a video. I want to put the project out and see what naturally people gravitate towards. But I do want to do one for Super Daddy for sure. Like if I did one for Back to Miami, I feel like I have to actually go back to Miami and shoot it. You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? Which you can do, but it ain't the summertime. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do that in the summertime type record. But we'll see. But I definitely gonna shoot the video though.
Okay. Any features on there? Or is just all solo songs?
Dolo.
Okay.
Smooth and Dolo, man. I mean, I connect with who I connect with, but I ain't trying to be like a group or a gang, you know what I'm saying? It's just like standing alone. Mm-hmm.
And what about producer-wise? Who you been working with, or you just be going on YouTube and grabbing stuff, or?
I was going on YouTube grabbing stuff, and I found this one producer, Nobody. Yeah, he had like this one. He pretty much made, I want to say 6 out of the 10, or maybe
for real?
7 out of the 10 of the records. Yeah, he just, his vibe and my vibe just meshed. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like I was straying too far out of what I was originally known for. Like it still got like that same sound I had, but just developed, you know, turned into something like this current and something that's more me.
Do you know where he's based out of?
Hell no, I gotta ask him though. I feel like he's one of them kids that's probably from like Ukraine or like
Bro, yeah,
Poland
there's
or
a
something
lot of
like that.
international
Yeah.
producers on YouTube, and they sound to be crazy, man.
That's where the melodies come from, though. To me, I feel like they got like an ear for melody. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, we got that bounce, we got that 808 hi-hats and shit, but they got a certain thing with melody. And every time I hear it, it just put me in the vibe of something different.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it forces me to create something different at the same time, you know?
Do we got a date for It Is What It Is?
Yeah, man. 12/5, man. December 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, dropping it.
Now, do you have any expectations when you put this out, or you just put it out and it does what it does, or?
It does what it does. It is what it is.
There you go.
You know, that's how I'm looking at it. I do feel good about it though. I do feel like something telling me that, you know, it's something special with this. You know, I feel like everything didn't come this far just to come this far. You know, but I do feel like it's gonna do something special. But no, I'm not really expecting any. Be careful with my words. No high expectations.
Of course, yeah. And what are your fans mean to you? The ones that waited 2-3 years for you to drop again, man?
Man, I know my like real true day ones. I know they want something for real. They want something fresh. They want something. They just want Leon, you know? So that's what I'm giving them. Like I'm not finna try to be something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is be me. You know what I'm saying? If they resonate with it, they resonate with it. If not, you know. But I know the day ones, they for sure gonna be locked in on it.
Okay. And what's some goals you got set for yourself, say short term or long term with this music?
I do got like a 10-year plan. Yeah, like on some evil genius type shit.
Take over the world type shit. Huh?
Nah, but I'm shooting for the stars, bro. Like if it makes sense to get with a label, you know, get with a label. But I feel like the next step for me is like getting like real true management. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing what I got to do on my own and with the connects I have to build myself up to that point. You know, understand the business side of it. You got to have numbers. You got to have, you know, so you got to have the package, and that's what we developing. So I feel like once we get to that stage, then we'll be good and rocking.
For sure, man. What's some advice you would share to the youth coming up right now?
Man, I got a nephew, 9 years old, man, and he just reminds me of me, like a better version of me as a kid, you know. And I don't know if he'll be into music or anything in the artist. I can see it in him, but the biggest thing is just figure out who you are and just be true to that. You know, don't too much worry about negativity or what other people may think, because nobody's gonna think like you, bro. You know, do what feels right for you. If it moves you and you feel good about it, then pursue it. Outside of music, that could be football, that could be, I don't know, running a business or being a scientist. Like, if you feel that's like your true calling, if you feel that's what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, then do it, and do it to the fullest. Like, don't take advantage. Life is short, and life is so short. And have fun, for sure.
Nah, wise words right there, bro. Yeah.
Freestyle all that shit.
Go ahead and plug your social media so everyone knows where to tap in, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Tag me at Artistnameleon on all social media platforms. It is what it is. 12/5, December 5th. Hosted by MLK. Hosted by Plug. Man, we got a lot of stuff coming for y'all this year, bro. Like this ain't, it's the beginning of it.
Yep. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to Plug, MLK, man. Shout out to all my day ones. Y'all know who y'all are, man. We made it this far. We're gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Fucking, yeah.
Baby, that pussy look sweet. Spit like some pieces of candy. You already know how I dig it. I'm tryna get deep like a cavity.